Good evening, everybody. Today we are day 36 of my 40-day fast. The myth of moderation, that is today's video topic. What does it mean, myth of moderation? So I just want to talk about something, a phrase that everyone always references, and this is everything in moderation. What does that actually even mean? But here's the truth. For many of us, moderation is an absolute myth. What looks like just a little, tiny bite, a small drink, a small habit, over time it becomes a real silent destroyer. So because everything that enters your body actually matters, it just gets into your system or mindset, your energy and your spirit. Nothing is neutral. Nothing, you don't have to be a scientist. With every action, there's a reaction. So fasting has taught me awareness, it has taught me caution, it has taught me absolute discipline. And so when you fast, you stop eating on autopilot. You stop consuming without thinking. You stop numbing yourself with food, sugar, comfort, and habits. What is interesting about that, because eating is like habitual. So now you're fasting, it's like at a point, it's almost, especially in the beginning, you're like going to get something to eat. Oh, I'm fasting. And then obviously until you get to that point of like, you know what, eating is not even an option. Yeah. So small compromises create big consequences. Small disciplines create massive breakthroughs. So before you put anything into your mouth, ask yourself, is this serving me? Is this strengthening me? Is this aligned with where God is taking me? So the fast is not about just losing weight, it's about gaining wisdom, and it's about learning to choose purpose over pleasure, health over habit, calling over comfort. So be intentional today. Choose just to be intentional before you reach out for that little tiny chocolate snack that really seems innocent. Before you do that, just choose awareness and just choose alignment. So, because really where you're going, you really cannot afford careless consumption. That is just so important. So what is the scripture of today? First Corinthians 10:23. I have the right to do anything you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive. Okay, so that's 1 Corinthians 10:23. Proverbs 25, verse 28. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. And then the last scripture, Romans 12:1. Offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Yeah. So, you'll see in the thumbnail, it's like, I'm always fascinated by so-called snacks. They cause so much harm. So, but anyway, people that are new, my name is Mimi. I wrote this book in 2023. It is called Revitalize. It is available on Amazon. I went on a health journey. I say that because my health journey led to weight loss. So I think it is very important. What was very clear to me is that I needed to find a process that's going to be lasting literally for the rest of my life, instead of relying on pills, injections, and all of that. I do believe as human beings, we have the inner power, that power of self-control. If we can just learn, know how to discern, understand what our bodies are saying to us, instead of that reliance of historical auditory manipulation, I call it. It's even worse now. What you hear, see, observe on social media platforms, on television, in terms of what is right, what is wrong, by who. So it is just important that sometimes when you hear something, test it. And I think it is just so important. Just test it and see, what results. So how does your body react? And the truth is, if you can just know that sugar is one of the biggest silent killers, and it is embedded everywhere. So we've always likened sugar to this teaspoon of sugar that you put into your tea or coffee or beverage or anything. But it is everywhere now. There's a lot of very unhealthy, ultra-processed foods that when you consume that food, it really immediately just converts into glucose. Your insulin is going to spike. And how do you know? Because I get often asked the question, so how am I supposed to know what I'm eating? In the beginning, what I really started doing when I understood blood sugar balancing, I went and got myself a diabetes blood sugar tester, and it's actually very cheap. It's very, very, very cheap. So I went and get it, and then what I will do is I would have taken my blood sugar reading at a fasted state, and after consuming whatever it is that I'm unsure about in terms of its health benefits, I would then take the blood test. Again, a small prick on your little pinky, and then if the reading just shoots up like insane, you've just literally just swallowed a whole bunch of sugar. I tested it for many reasons. When I'm stressed, what does my blood sugar level look like? So testing these things for me, it is just one common thing that I honestly do. So try it. It's definitely worth it. Like I said, very often people think that when you are eating something which is minuscule in size, it is not going to do any harm into your body, but it just gets into your body and just messes up your endocrine system. I tested it maybe 2 years ago. I was watching a video that spoke about seed oils, ultra-processed foods, and there was reference made to potato chips, these packets that you get from department stores. I consumed a handful of these potato chips. I am not lying to you. That's all I had that day. The following day, I was exactly 2 kilograms heavier. Exactly what was said would happen in terms of how your body metabolizes all of those ultra-processed things. I think it's almost like a defense mechanism against itself. I gained 2 kilograms. I never recovered. I do not consume potato chips to this day. Not only me not consuming it, my entire family does not consume potato chips. I think everyone is just petrified. So whatever information that I do consume about the healthy lifestyle, I test it. And I just urge you to do the same. Be that as it may, if you're enjoying learning about the fasting lifestyle, we are on day 36 or 40, guys. 4 more days to go. I break my fast. Please tell your friends and family about it. More than happy to answer any questions and that anyone may have on this process. See you tomorrow.